evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. For those who are watching live and can see me, I have crazy Christmas glasses on and a scarf, trying to get into the spirit of Christmas. I promise I won't wear them the entire show, but I had to show them off. I thought they were quite fun. So we are here. I hope you are all having a fantastic holiday season, getting into the groove of it. And I hope that you are all well and doing fantastic. It's been really crazy, a really intense energy that's still going on. And will be probably until the end of the month, which is just around the corner. But I do hope that you have been able to enjoy some time in relaxing and taking in the season. I personally have been running around crazy, so I haven't had the chance to really take in the Christmas spirit as I had hoped to. But tonight starts my Christmas vacation. So I am planning on to fully enjoy what is left of the Christmas season here, including my glasses. So getting right on with it. If you had tuned into the show last week, I talked about manifestation and I told a story about some plans, some drawings of a house that I had run across. And back in 2006, I had drawn out these plans and I'd put together this book of a collective ideas of what I wanted my future house to look like. Fast forward to 2018 when we bought the house, and fast forward to today when I actually found those plans and realized that the house we bought in 2018 is almost identical to what I envisioned back in 2006. So, I'm a very visual person. So I decided on winter solstice, which was just last night, as I did my releasing, then I also brought in all the things that I was hoping to see and asking to see in 2022. So I decided to put together my vision board. Now, I haven't done a vision board for quite a few years, but I've done different techniques. You can write things out on a piece of paper on what you want to see happen, things that you are wanting to achieve, right? And you can put them in a special little box or hang them up so that you can see them all the time, whatever it is. But for me, because I'm a visual person, I decided to Google a whole bunch of different images. I cut them out and pasted them on paper. It was really crude. I used Scotch tape. I felt like a 3-year-old. It was fantastic. I had a great time doing it. So now my 3-year-old vision board is up on the wall, and I'm actually looking at it every day. As I was doing my vision board, I just put lots of love and excitement into it. So now when I take a look at all the pictures that I've pasted together on my vision board, I get that same feeling. I get that same giddiness, that same excitement, that same energy. And it's that energy that is thrown out there into the universe to say, hey, whatever you see on this vision board, you see this vibration that I'm at, that's what I'm asking for. And so it's really important whether you write things down, whether you do a vision board, or whatever means that is for you. You can even just sit and talk, in your mind, in your head about what these things are. However, I like to either write them down or I like to have them visually. The reason why is because, as we spoke last week, it takes some time to plant the seeds of manifestation and then actually have them grow and flourish. And so that time frame can look very different depending on what it is that you're trying to manifest. So for me and the house, it took 12 years Is that right? Yeah, about 12 years from the time I started doing drawings of what I wanted my house to look like till the house actually showed up for me, right? So if you have something written down or if you have something visual, then you can say, hey, look, that actually happened, right? You can cross it off or you can take it off your vision board and then you can change things up. You can add more to it. You can take things off that maybe don't resonate with you any longer, or the things that have come to fruition, you can take off. So that's why I like to do something in those forms rather than just having a conversation with spirit, my loved ones, the universe, because I can actually remember. Had I not had those drawings that I ran across last weekend, I would never have known that the house I drew out in 2006 manifested for me in 2018. So that's why it's really good to have some of those things that you can visually see. It helps you too, being the human that we are, we want to see proof that something has happened. So that is the proof that shows you, oh, look, this is what I manifested. This is what I created. And it's a very powerful thing when you see it actually happen from time of creation to the time that it actually manifests, grows into this beautiful organic thing. So try it out. Right now is the perfect time to put your vision board together, to put all of those things down written on a piece of paper that you're wanting to manifest here in the next month, week, a year from now, maybe it's 2 years from now, whatever it is, get it out. Get it out in the energetic way into the universe so that it can start growing, and then go back and look at it. Just like me, I put it up somewhere in my house where I have to pass by it quite a bit. And I stop and I look at it and it fills my heart, it fills my soul. And I smile and I say, yep, that's it. That is what is going to happen. And I feel it deep down. And that's the part of the manifestation that is also really important, is that you have to feel it. You have to just know that it fills your heart, fills your soul, and that you vibrate at that level so that the universe can match that. So put it somewhere where you can take a look at it. You can say, yep, that's it. That's what I want to do, be, and have, and then watch it grow. It's a really fantastic, fantastic thing to see, especially when it really starts to come into your life in that way. So tomorrow, start your vision boards, get them all ready for 2022, and let's grow our vision boards together and see what happens. All right. Perfect. Right now, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Gail in Owensboro, Kentucky. Good evening, Gail, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Good evening. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
What can we do for you this evening?
Well, I was just wondering, would you happen to be a medium?
I am.
Well, I've had a lot of losses. I'd say within the last 30 years. I mean, a lot. And I was just wondering maybe if any of them could come through.
Sure. Okay. Perfect. So let me just take a moment here and tune in to see who comes forward and what messages they have for you. So there's going to be just a little bit of silence here as I do that. And then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Gail, I have an elderly gentleman stepping forward. Possibly a grandfather. He has that grandfatherly, that elderly type of feeling about him. Um, he is showing me very kind of like drab clothing. Um, his hands are very soiled. Like maybe he might work in the fields or plant. He's showing me soil that he may have liked to garden. Um,
I
that
think that would be my dad.
okay.
I didn't
I
know a
feel
grandfather.
okay. I feel like do the two of you garden together then? He's showing me like there's this special time that you guys had together. Did you guys garden, or was he a farmer that
Yes,
you helped? Okay.
yes.
Okay, so he was a farmer.
Um, yes, he also held a job as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because he's showing me that he works with his hands a lot. It's like
Yes,
the tough working hands, the dirty hands,
yes,
that hard working lifestyle. Uh, but he's showing me how the working of his hands. He showed you how to create with the love of
yes.
his hand, and that the two of you that held that special time for the two of you to connect. And he
Right.
felt like he felt like you guys didn't really connect until you were working with your hands and you were working in that special way. Um, and that it meant a lot to him. And I don't think he's showing me that you didn't realize that you just thought it was something that you guys did and it was no big deal. But it was very important to him. It was a very special time. He cherished
Oh,
those
dear.
times.
Well, that's good.
Um, yeah. Um, he's showing me that he had kind of this hard exterior shell or core, but really he was this gentle. I keep hearing gentle giant. Um,
Yeah,
this way about him, and he was often he's saying mislabeled, right, for something else or mistaken for something else. But you knew better, he said. You knew how he worked, uh, how he was in life, right? Um,
that's right.
the, he's saying that the two of you had a lot of similarities. Not that you have a hard outer shell or core, because that's not you at all. You're very open. You're very in tune with things. But he said that because you were so in tune with things, that you really understood who he was. And you were probably one of the very few people who did understand this. He's saying that you really love to the core of your being. And that's why so much of this loss um, has, it's like this loss has compounded on you. Um, and it's
Yes,
like you haven't really been able to release it or, let it go. Um, but
I
he's
never
saying that,
will.
yeah, he's saying that that's not your burden to carry. And that's really what it feels like. It feels like it's a burden, right? What you're doing is you're actually transmuting this energy, this grieving for others, right? So it's like you're taking their grieving, you're going through the grieving process and you're releasing it, but you're not really releasing all of it. And so he's asking you to release that you have gone through those processes, And it's okay to let it go. Letting it go doesn't mean you forget. Um, it's like you're holding on to it because you're afraid you're going to forget. Maybe forget
True.
those loved ones, right? If you let that piece of it
Right.
go. And he's saying you can carry them in your heart in a completely different way. But you got to let that grieving go, that sadness, that heaviness, because it's really holding you down. And you can hold space for those individuals who have passed on and left, and you can hold that space for others who are still going through the grieving process without taking that on yourself.
Okay.
Okay. um, I'm checking in to see if there's anything else here. Hang on. He's telling me that you're such a beautiful soul. Um, you love unconditionally, and you love all. It's like you kind of are the epitome of love thy neighbor, love everybody, treat others the way you want to be treated. And he's so proud of you for that. He said it's the most beautiful piece of you that you are. And you don't realize that. He's wanting to bring this to the forefront so that you stop and think about that, about how you talk to others, how you interact with others, and appreciate that, because there's not many people that are like you. And
That's
it's a it's
probably
a
true.
it's a very beautiful gift. Um, he says you don't receive enough. And what I mean by that is that people will try to do nice things for you, and you almost kind of blow them off isn't really the right word because that sounds very harsh. But you just gracefully say yes, but no, thank you. And so he's saying you give so much that you need to be able to open up and to receive. Um, Receive the help that others are giving you. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of, well, I can do this myself. Of course you can, right? But it's the pleasure of somebody else giving to you, but you have to be open enough to receive that. Okay?
I'll
Because
try.
what's happening right now is that the giving, everything in the universe is balanced, right? There's light, there's dark. So there's also giving and receiving. And if your giving outweighs your receiving, you have a tendency to empty out your tank, so to speak. And when your tank is empty, you have nothing left to give. The only way you can, um, the only way you can do that is um, by receiving. Okay.
Okay.
So he wants you to know it's time to start receiving.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
He's kind of stepping back right now. He's not showing me that there's anything else um, that he wants to share with you. Yeah, he's kind of stepping back into the shadows. Has this been helpful for you?
Oh yes, very helpful, and I deeply appreciate it.
You're so very welcome. I want to thank you for calling in, and I want to wish you and your family a very happy holiday.
Same to you.
Okay. All right. Um, Next, we have Stephanie. in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Good evening, Stephanie, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Good evening. Thank you for calling me. So
I
my
got
question to you.
chills.
Go
I
ahead.
got chills when I found out you were from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. A lovely time of the year in Bethlehem, PA.
I bet it is. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I am trying to find out some future direction, like as far as employment, finances, love, anything you can tell me. Is there anybody helping me from out of that in the past, like as far as ancestors or anybody around me? Anything going on, like as far as future finances and directional and job?
Yeah. You have a very long line of ancestors that are helping you. I'm trying to get them to show me. Okay, they're showing me they're saying it's not important. It feels as almost like Aztec or some type of Indian, but they're showing me that that's not that important. But do know that you have this very long history of um, ancestral lineage that is there all the time, helping you and guiding you um, through everything. They're showing me that there's been a lot of upheaval in your life. It's like it's like you've taken this basket of stuff, and it's like you throw it up in the air, and you're kind of waiting for it to land, right? It's like it feels like every single piece of your life is kind of in this basket, and it's just been strewn all over. Um, I feel like that piece of it is coming to a close, coming to an end, and it's moving into a direction. It's like everything is flowing, and they're showing me it's flowing into one lane. And it feels like it's going to be sometime like the end of January and February. February feels like this really pivotal point for you in your life. Like all of a sudden, the light bulbs are going on, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is coming in, and this is coming in, and that's coming in. Um, are you job switching? Are you looking for a job, or have you been out of work for a while? Because it feels like there's this really long stretch of things right now.
I am looking for an internship to finish my internship and I'm just trying to find out what direction I need to go in. I have a lot of paths that I can take, but I'm trying to find out the best, the way that I'm like, my internship. It don't feel like it may not be for me. Like this, like going to school all this time, even though I love doing what I do, but it's just I don't know if it's profitable enough. Like I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to just being in healthcare took a toll this last 2 years. It really took a toll, and I
Mm,
was up close and personal working with
yeah,
COVID patients. I was on the
right,
unit.
right. They're saying, yes, there are many paths for you. It's about finding the one that you feel passionate about. They're saying for internships, pick one, any of them. Just pick one and start. Because here's the thing with internships, right? Internships are kind of short stints to give you an insight, to give you a sense of what it is that you want to do or maybe don't want to do. And you're going to know
Mhm.
very, very quickly when you get into that what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Um, they're showing me that if there was something, they're showing me like something with business, that you were dabbling with like a business degree or an administrative degree. That's not the direction you're going to want to go. You're going to want something that's more creative, to give your mind a rest, to give your mind and your body a break. Because what you've gone through in these last couple of years, like you said, has been brutal, right? It's kind of taken its toll. So you need to do something that fulfills you, that brings back that creativity. almost, it feels like you almost want to work with children. It's like I see you doing art projects or doing something with your hands and teaching, exploring. That brings out those creative juices, those things that make you thrive, that um, is going to help you go, oh, this is the direction that I want to go. Okay. Um, but they're saying just pick something, anything. It's not going to be wrong. So, okay.
Okay. What about love and? Can you see my finances getting better or getting worse?
No,
Like
I see
it's
them
not
getting
always good
better.
news.
No, I see them getting better. Like I said, there's going to be like some pivotal points in February. So there's going to be some shifts and some changes that are going to bring some relief. So, um, and Stephanie, we are coming down to the last little few seconds of our show. So I'm going to have to say goodnight, but I want to thank you so much for calling in tonight. And I hope
Yes,
the little bit of information I gave you was helpful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful Christmas holiday.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That does it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you all have a blessed, happy holiday. You can reach me over on my Facebook pages at Julie YeagerWalker Medium or Your Time to Shine or www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we will see you again either next week or in the new year. Have a great one, everyone.